بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أبنائي طلبة الصف الثاني عشر القسم العلمي والقسم الأدبي، يتشرف قسم اللغة الإنجليزية بثانوية حمود الجابر الصباح وتحت إشراف السيد المربي الفاضل مدير المدرسة الأستاذ أحمد سعد العازمي أن يقدم مراجعة اللغة الإنجليزية الجزء الأول التي تتعلق بالتعرف على أجزاء اختبار اللغة الإنجليزية للصف الثاني عشر في الفترة الدراسية الأولى للعام الدراسي 2018-2019. بداية أبناء الطلبة، أحب أن أعرفكم أن أجزاء اختبار اللغة الإنجليزية سوف تشمل المفردات والتراكيب الاتصالية التي هي نعتبرها القواعد أو الجرامر، الوظائف اللغوية يقصد بها المواقف، أسئلة الكتاب المقرر أو ما تسمى بالسيت بوك، التعبير أو الكومبوزيشن، الاستيعاب والتلخيص والترجمة. بداية الجزء الأول في الاختبار سوف يكون vocabulary. When we talk about vocabulary, it's very important for us all to know the meaning of the new vocabulary or the active words that we really have from Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, and Unit 6. First of all, you have to know that we have 6 units and you really need to understand and to know the meaning of all the new words. Here, this is a mock exam from Al-Farwaniya educational area, and once you look at the words or the questions from 1 to 5, and the first part of the exam will be, as you say, multiple choice questions. You have 4 words and you need to get just one word which is the correct answer, the most suitable word which fill in this space. My advice to you is first try to know the meaning of the 4 words of the sentence from which you are going to choose or to pick the correct answer. Then you read the questions, and my advice to you is try to understand even word or two from the questions. If you are not unable to understand the meaning of the whole sentence, try to get one word and choose which one is the most relevant and which is suitable to the questions. For example, question number 1, always remember that treating your grandparents with love and care is a must. Here you have 4 words. The first word is compassionately, the second word ultimately, third word is nervously, and the last word is unfortunately. Here you need to know the meaning of those 4 words. And as we all know, compassionately it means معناها برحمة أو بتعاطف. Ultimately معناها في النهاية. Nervously بعصبية. Unfortunately لسوء الحظ. Here you have to read the questions. Always remember that treating our grandparents. I want you to stop here on the word grandparents. Grandparents معناها الأجداد. Which one of these words is most suitable and most relevant to be here in the place of this space? I think it's compassionately. So the answer here, always remember that treating our grandparents compassionately with love and care is a must. That's correct answer. Okay, now let's move to the second question. The doctor told my father to salt due to having high blood pressure. I want you here to look at the word salt. Salt معناها ملح, and it's very easy for us all to know the meaning of this word. So you have 4 words here. Prick into يقتحم, keep up with يتواكب مع, trespass on يتعدى على, cut down on يقلل. So I think the most suitable answer here will be cut down on. So the answer will be, the doctor told my father to cut down on. الطبيب نصح والدي أن يقلل من الملح due to having high blood pressure نتيجة إصابته بارتفاع ضغط الدم. That's the correct answer. Okay, now let's move to the third question. Fatma felt lonely and living on her own in a big city. She missed her family. We have 4 words here: animated مفعم بالحيوية، burgeoning مزدهر، vulnerable ضعيف، aggressive عدواني. I think the most suitable answer here will be vulnerable. Now let's move to the 4th question. One of the most fundamental world issues is to help some nations overcome the problems caused by. We have 4 words: pinch مقعد، famine مجاعة، resort منتجع، lugger حطاب أو قاطع الأخشاب. I want you here to just try to focus on some words that you may know, because it may appear from the very beginning that the sentence is a little bit difficult for most of the students to understand the meaning, but I want you just to maybe you can guess the meaning of problems, you can guess the word world issues, nations overcome. So I think the answer will be famine. Yeah, that's correct answer. واحدة من أهم قضايا العالم هو أن نساعد الدول أن تتجاوز المشاكل التي تحدث بواسطة المجاعة. famine مجاعة. Okay, now let's move to the last question in the multiple choice question. Ordinary people hate any procedure surrounded by bureaucracy, and here we have 4 words: red tape روتين حكومي، annoyance إزعاج، packaging تغليف أو تعليب، incinerator فرن أو محرقة. So here we have bureaucracy, and bureaucracy will ultimately will tell you that the answer will be red tape. That's it. Correct answer. So this is the first part of the vocabulary test. 5 sentences, multiple choice questions. You need to focus. You need to be careful when you choose the correct answer, because you know each question has 10 marks, because the total mark of this question is 50 marks. Now let's move to the second part of the vocabulary. We have fill in the spaces. The heading of the question is fill in the spaces with the most suitable words from the list. You have 6 words. What you are after here is to choose the correct answer and to fill the gaps with the most suitable words from the list above. Question number 6. But before we start reading the questions, you need to understand the meaning of the active words here. We have here hardship صعوبة أو مشقة، commitment التزام أو تعهد، commitment التزام تعهد، constant ثابت، claims يدعي، fascinating رائع ومبهر، curtailed يقلص أو يقلل. Question number 6. We should stretch our charity to those people who suffer from in life. In the sentence here, you can guess the meaning of the word suffer and life. Suffer from what? We suffer from hardship in life. Yeah, that's correct answer. 7. Our school's policy is mainly based on a vision. The school policy معناها سياسة المدرسة is based on تعتمد على a vision of to every student's success. Of course, the correct answer will be commitment, تعهد, التزام. Okay, question number 8. Children need space, encouragement to help them become more self-confident. Encouragement, I think you know the meaning of this word. Encouragement معناها شجاعة. So I need an adjective here for the word encouragement. It will be constant encouragement. شجاعة تشجيع دائم. Children need الأطفال يحتاجون تشجيع دائم لتساعدهم ليكونوا عندهم ثقة بنفسهم أو ثقة بالنفس. Okay. Question number 9. The company spaced that their product makes you thin without dieting and exercising. The company here claims تدعي، الشركة تدعي أن منتجاتها سوف تجعلك تنحف بدون أي تمرين وبدون أي أنظمة غذائية. Last question. Traveling is a experience. I think all of us know the meaning of the word experience. معناها تجربة أو خبرة. Okay. So the most suitable answer here will be fascinating. Traveling is a fascinating experience which teaches us about other culture and lives. So this is the end of the first part of our exam. It's about vocabulary, and we all know that vocabulary is 100 mark. So you have to be careful, you have to focus, and you know well the meaning of the words that we really studied during the whole the first semester. Now let's move to the second part of our video. It's grammar, and we all know that grammar is very important. And here we have a new type of question, which is shown. But let's start with the first part of our exam, which is multiple choice. You have 4 sentences. The first sentence, question number 11. Poor Jack, he from severe headaches since he was a child. Here we have a keyword, which is since. You have to notice that word because it's the key of the key answer of the question, the word since. And as we all know, that since is one of the words or the key words of the present perfect tense. So here I have to use has suffered or suffers, suffers or suffering. So once I see the word since, because we have just, already, ever, never, since, for, yet, these all words are key words for the present perfect tense. So the answer will be has suffered. This is the correct answer. Yeah. Now let's move to question number 12. Here he said, wasting your time, space, wasting your time, you'd better do some serious work. We have 4 words. On the other hand, instead of, whereas, but. Once you see that wasting your time you'd better, the meaning here refers to the meaning of the word instead of. Instead of wasting بدلا من إضاعة وقتك, you would better do some serious work. يجب أن تقوم ببعض الأعمال الجادة. That's good answer. Okay, now let's move to question number 13. What a lovely car. Here he is asking me about a question tag. So the answer is it or does it, isn't it, doesn't it? Yeah, that's correct. It's isn't it. Okay, now let's move to the last question in the first part of the grammar. I wish my last summer holiday in Paris, I could have visited the Eiffel Tower. Here we have 4 answers. Spend, have spent, will spend, I am spending. I want you to focus on the word or the rule wish. So the wish here refers to the past. Yeah, so it's kind of regret. So when we talk about I wish in the past and it's a kind of regret, you have to use it in the past perfect. So the correct answer will be had spent. That's it. Good. Now let's move to the second part of the grammar. It's shown and it's a new type of question. You have to be careful about it because it really needs good skill from the students to know what is asked, what is in between brackets. Here he will give you 4 sentences and he will ask you to do something between brackets. The first one, the BBC televised the speech with the Arabic translation. What he asked me here is to change that sentence into passive, to make it passive. To make it passive, I need you to focus that the tense of this sentence is in the past simple. So I have to start with the object, the speech, then was or were, was of course because the speech is a singular, and the past participle of the word televised, which is televised. So the answer will be the speech was televised live with Arabic translation. Okay, let's move to question number 16. If my uncle immigrated to the United Kingdom, complete. Here he is talking about if clause, and as we mentioned, we have 2 sentences of if clause. In this question, he is giving you the first part of the question of the word of the rule, and then he asked you to complete the sentence. But bear in mind, you have to follow the rule because if here is in the second conditional, immigrated, it's in the past. So I have in the second part of the sentence, I have to mention would plus infinitive, and you have to give me a sentence which should complete the meaning of the word. Never ever put a sentence which is irrelevant to the first part of the sentence. For example, if my uncle immigrated to the United Kingdom, let's see, the answer will be he would see the famous Big Ben. Yes. إذا سافر إلى إنجلترا سوف يرى ساعة Big Ben الشهيرة. That's a good answer. Okay. Let's move to number 17. The poor parents could support the baby. They sent him to an orphanage. Begin with because of. As we all know, because needs complete sentence, but because of needs something like gerund after it. So I have to say because of. The answer here, because of their poverty, it's a noun or what we call clause. The poor parents sent the baby to an orphanage. Okay, question number 18. Nora should have waited for her aunt to pick her up. Make it negative. Here you have to change should into shouldn't. Nora shouldn't have, and you complete the sentence. So this is the end of our part concerning grammar. And the third part of the question will be language function, which is situations. What would you say in the following situation? I have many pieces of advice for my dear students concerning this question. First of all, you need to answer a full sentence. You need to write a complete sentence. Don't write me just one or two words. Some students say that, okay, I agree with you. When you say agree with you, you have to mention a complete sentence. You have to say why you agree with me or why you don't agree with me. I advise all of you to complete and to write a complete sentence. Okay, let's see these situations. Your sister wants to take her dog on board, although there is a sign of prohibiting it. So the answer here will be maybe it's not allowed to take pets on board. You are not allowed to take pets on board. I can say it's prohibited to take your dog with you on board. There is a sign here. Don't you see the sign? There is a sign which prohibits you from taking your dog on board. All these are possible answers that you can mention. Question number 20. A bank clerk asked you to fill in a form which contained unclear items. Unclear items معناها عناصر أو أجزاء غير واضحة. موظف البنك بيطلب منك أن تملأ استمارة بها أشياء غير واضحة. What would you say in a situation like that? How can you respond to this question? Maybe you can say, excuse me, there is some unclear items here. Can you explain them, please? This is a good answer. Now let's move to question number 21. Your friend thinks that strict regulation should be imposed against people who break the law. صديقك يعتقد أن هناك إجراءات صارمة لابد أن تفرض ضد من يكسرون القانون أو من يخالفون القانون. Here you can respond in many different ways, but this is one way of them. I agree with you. Law must be respected. Law must be respected to live in peace. That's a good answer. Now let's move to the last question in the language functions or situations. Your niece overslept and missed an important interview. بنت أختك نامت لفترة طويلة أو تخطط الموعد المحدد في النوم وفاتها موعد هام. Overslept. You can say here this another answer. You should have set your alarm clock. كان من الواجب أن تحددي وقت عن طريق المنبه وهكذا. So this is the end of our video today. I wish you got a good idea about the first three parts of the exam, and this is the end of our video today. وفي نهاية هذا الفيديو أتمنى أن تكونوا قد استفدتم قليلا وتعرفتم على أجزاء الاختبار الخاص بالصف الثاني عشر، أول 3 أجزاء، وإن شاء الله على موعد في الجزء الثاني إن شاء الله. فترقبوا معنا قريبا. مع تحيات قسم اللغة الإنجليزية بثانوية حمود الجابر. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.